Nah, it's very dope. Yeah, like you said, Lauren, I don't believe the record is just about Drake.
Kendrick Lamar's new single has set the hip-hop world on fire today, with people responding with exuberant breakdowns or a disdainful no thanks from all corners of society. Welcome back, it's your host Nancy Brown. If you are new here, make sure you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Many people are curious as to whether this is a Drake diss, the beginning of the album release, or something else entirely. But for many in the rap game, K.Dot's criticism of the culture as a whole, the media industries, the public, influencers, etc. takes center stage.
He's talking about just the culture, people in the world, society, the
media,
industry,
TV.
media.
The Breakfast Club talked about this brand new, nameless song, which is currently being called a lot of different things in the conversation. The way that Charlamagne the God interpreted Kendrick's objectives made his perspective more intriguing.
I'm gonna tell you something, Kendrick, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Okay? The only thing you can do is continue to be the change you want to see in the world.
Cause this ain't stopping no time soon. It's just not. You know what I mean. We're too far gone. Like, God himself would have to come back, and even then, they would not believe it. Even then, man, Wu-Tang's Triumph could start playing, and a big toe could come from the sky, and Jesus himself could come down, and they would make him have to prove himself. That ain't walking on water, that's AI. Of course, for those who share Kendrick Lamar's opinions about the culture, this is a fairly popular view on the internet. Many share Charlamagne the God's assessment that the struggle for hip-hop's soul is hopeless. However, there are countless ways we may phrase this to represent the idea that transformation takes time. There is obviously a lot more to this story that will guide this decision.
Influencers talk down cause I'm not with the basic shit.
Regarding Drake, Kendrick Lamar and DJ Akademiks couldn't be more at odds with one another. The former is the self-proclaimed biggest hater. Many have referred to the latter as the biggest Drake admirer out there. DJ Akademiks let his partiality seep through all during the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef, and it looks like the Candyman took note.
But they don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent.
Lamar just released an untitled song in which he appears to criticize the popular figure on the internet. It didn't take Ak long to become anxious. Lamar's most recent song has a lot of dense bars to get through. However, the ones that fans have perceived as being about DJ Akademiks are the ones that seem to be the most obvious.
The type of man that never did right cause I want a favor.
Lamar raps. Ak is definitely an influencer, and has been accused of writing a little too hard for Drake over the years. The subliminals continue.
The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary.
Thank God for Kendrick. This was terrible.
It wasn't going to take long for DJ Akademiks to hear it, as he earns a profession by being the first to know about these surprise drops. It didn't sit well with him. The well-known blogger made it rather evident in a remark on Kendrick Lamar's Instagram that he was uncomfortable with the circumstances. "New," he penned. "We comprehend. It must be terrifying to be the object of a Kendrick Lamar diss." However, DJ Akademiks is no stranger to this predicament. Lamar called out Ak by name on 616 in La, which dropped amid the height of the Drake spat. During his Wednesday night broadcast, DJ Akademiks went into further detail about his ideas. The internet personality argued that Kendrick Lamar's decision to take jabs at him was a mistake.
You can't say there isn't no Game 2, then immediately drop a track seemingly baiting Game 2.
He opined. He also took to Twitter to mock the rapper's reluctance to launch an album rollout. "Drop a single," he wrote. "No round twos, just drop 'em hits."
Think it's time to watch the party die. The shit done got too wicked to apologize.
Kendrick Lamar prefers to do tasks quickly. Drake, who will be his adversary in 2024, is a doer. Instagram stories, AI hate music, etc. After going quiet for a few weeks or even months, Kendrick Lamar will release a song that is truly sad. On September 11th, he repeated the act. The rapper returned to Instagram with a 5-minute epic, breaking out from his Not Like Us vacation. Although Drake's name is never mentioned or given a title, the entire song contains numerous bars that are obviously directed at the sixth god. Now let's examine them. Let's start with the opening verse. The first line Kendrick Lamar utters,
Think it's time to watch the party die.
This is a direct reference to a line in Lamar's scathing Meet the Grahams diss. Towards the end of the song, he mentions crashing Drake's party by uncovering all of the rapper's flaws. The next few bars also seem squarely aimed at Drizzy.
The shit done got too wicked to apologize.
Lamar raps. It's different, get him whacked and disqualified. It appears that the first section makes mention to the fact that children and significant others were coerced into the Drake conflict. The argument that Drake shouldn't be considered one of the all-time greats is reiterated in the second section. This song is a more comprehensive interpretation of the themes that Kendrick Lamar was talking about in Euphoria, and Not Like Us. He's essentially criticizing the rap scene for letting Drake take the lead.
Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work?
He wants to start afresh since he detests what the genre has evolved into. Thus, the song is a critique of both Drake and the industry that produced him. This is quite evident throughout the remainder of the first verse.
Just walk that man down, that'll do everyone a solid.
Kendrick Lamar seemingly throws digs at Drake's past courtesy of a Star 67 reference. He also asks Drake where his soldiers are at, after the Toronto rapper made reference to being a general in the song The Heart Part 6. Kendrick is taking a different approach here, but it's no less cutting. He's got a lot more to get off his chest when it comes to Drake, and this new song proves it.